What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the More Movement Arts channel. I'm going to be talking about functional movement today. Functional exercise. What is the most functional exercise? And depending upon who you're talking to, you might get a completely different definition, right? If you're talking to some strength and conditioning trainers or personal trainers, they might say the most functional exercise is the one that involves the greatest amount of joints, right? So, or the one that activates the greatest number of muscles, okay? And that is one way to look at it, but the way that I look at it is, what is it that's going to help you perform better in life and in sports, okay? The most demanding and the most athletic sport that is, in my opinion, is mixed martial arts. But if you want to look at other sports like basketball, football, the most important function that you will perform in those sports is to be able to get your core from here to there, to be able to rotate your core, to be able to throw with power, to be able to, if it's soccer, to be able to kick. But for the most part, it's being able to get your core in the right spot, okay? So moving your core is the most functional exercise. Anything that moves your core is functional. Now, moving your core with rotation, that is also very functional, right? Think about the functions that we had to perform as humans back in the day when we were hunting our own food, when we were gathering food, when we were fighting against other people without rocket launchers and drones, right? In terms of fighting, in terms of hunting, okay, in terms of farming, core movement is more important. Core rotation is more important than being able to have big muscles that allows you to lift things up and down, right? Because if you're fighting somebody or you're trying to evade somebody and get away from them, if you are trying to block an opponent, if you're trying to take down an opponent, if you're trying to punch, kick, swing a baseball bat, throw a baseball, spike a volleyball, all of those things involve core rotation, not lifting things off the ground, okay? Now, lifting things off the ground is a great way to build muscle. It's a great way to develop certain types of strength throughout the body, okay? But again, those aren't the functions we're designed to perform. We're designed to perform functions that involve core rotation and core movement. When we swim, when we run, when we crawl, these are the type of patterns that are most innate to our biology. They're most innate to our physiology and our the way that our mind works, the way that our brain activates our muscles. This is what we were designed to do, rather than simply lifting things up and down off the ground, right? If you did that, if you did that as a means to, I mean, you wouldn't do that. Unless you're carrying water from here to there. Even then, it's not lifting up and down. It's carrying something and bringing it from there to here to there. Okay, so again, moving the core, rotating the core. Okay, if you're not including core rotation into your workouts, you're conditioning yourself to not rotate, to hold your position or to what they call stabilizing, right? And just because you're activating your core muscles, just because you're stabilizing your body, it doesn't mean that it's helping you to perform, right? You need to be able to twist your core. You need to be able to move dynamically. You need to have power in your base and your foundation so that you can accelerate your body weight. And once you're able to do that, you can do your punches, your takedowns, submissions. All of these different mixed martial arts techniques center upon core rotation, core movement. All of the most effective techniques, core movement, core rotation. In my opinion, and I am biased, but I think mixed martial arts is the most functional form of exercise and it's the most functional or the most demanding sport that requires the most functional body and mind, right? If your mind and your body doesn't function well in mixed martial arts, then you're definitely going to know about it, right? You're definitely going to have some telltale signs. Okay, so again, best way to practice core movement, I think practicing mixed martial arts techniques with or without a person. Without a person if you're a beginner or if you're trying to learn new movements. With a person if you're advanced and you know what you're doing and your partner knows what they're doing. It can be a much more functional way to treat your body, to learn how to move, to produce energy flow. And that's the other thing. Talking about functional exercise, what helps us to function and perform best could be more related to what moves energy through your body most, right? What allows you to circulate blood, oxygen, water, and to deliver nutrients to your tissues, but then also to sweep away toxins from your tissues as well. Okay, so rhythmically contracting, turning your muscles on and off, on and off, on and off. That's how you're going to pump the most energy through your body. It's not going to be something that you're holding this weight and you lift it off the ground and you flex your muscle for several seconds at a time. Okay, that's not the most functional way to train in terms of athletics. You'll never see a contraction in whether you're playing football or wrestling. It's hardly ever you hardly ever hold a contraction for more than a second, right? It's a quick on, it's a quick off, right? And then that's also what's going to pump energy through your body. It's what's going to help you to push blood through your system with the contraction, and then it's going to allow blood and oxygen to move through your body when you relax, as opposed to completely relaxing, which doesn't increase your heart rate, doesn't increase your energy flow, or flexing everything together at once and keeping it flexed. That builds up lactic acid. That doesn't allow energy to flow because you're contracting without relaxing. Contraction, relaxation, contraction, relaxation, back and forth, and that is how you move. That's how you move when you run. That's how you move when you throw, when you're when you're throwing punches, when you're consistently moving. You're consistently contracting and relaxing, and that is what pushes the most blood through your system. Okay, so what is functional exercise? Again, depends upon who you're talking to, but if you're talking to somebody like me who has been in the strength and conditioning world, who has worked with a lot of mixed martial arts athletes, wrestlers, also football players, talking to somebody that works with non-athletes to help them perform better in their daily job, in their daily life, whether or not it's a mother or it's a computer programmer or whatever you are. The most functional exercise is the one that excites your brain and your body to produce the most energy flow throughout your tissues, but then also the one that helps you to move best, right? So again, it's all about mobility. It's all about moving the core. It's all about keeping the core moving. And then that's where you're going to find function. All right, guys. I know I'm long-winded, but if you're still listening, I want to say thank you and subscribe. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, my Instagram page, my Facebook page. And if you guys subscribe to all those pages, you'll definitely be getting all the updates. And again, what I'm doing here is I'm trying to help trainers to learn how to integrate mixed martial arts into their training practices. Okay, so if you're a personal trainer, I definitely suggest that you sign up for my course so that you can learn all the things that I have learned at Purdue in the kinesiology department, in wrestling, in football, and in mixed martial arts, and in my over a decade of training other people as a personal trainer and as a strength and conditioning specialist. Okay? I want to thank you guys again and wish you an awesome day.